I think, it's going to be forever known as Torture Island, right? We are forever going to know of it as a part of New York City history where Black and brown people were overly incarcerated, overly policed, and demeaned and treated with disrespect. I hope that with the closing of Rikers Island, it will show hope and it will show that a community who has been oppressed can come out and have their voices heard and stand for themselves and make change.
I want us to be remembered as like we were the ones that pushed through to like help make a cleaner New York City out of all the negative bad things that happened to us. Like we're not out here to like get revenge, or like we're just trying to move forward to solutions, make sure none of our people get harmed again, right? And that's always our number one goal. But then also like how can the entire city benefit from like some horrific place that, harms so many people. And I think that's such a light. Like it's just putting us in such a light and like letting us know like we're leading with light, we're leading with love. Allow us to not have us not repeat history again 100 years from now, right? Like I think it's never even just about like me or the next 20 years. It's like, okay, 100 years from now, like how are we going to make sure that the people don't go back to doing this again, this dehumanizing way?
Rikers Island needs to be remembered as the monstrosity it is. It needs to be remembered as a stain in our consciousness, as a stain in our humanity. It is important to tell the story because even places like this is the beauty about human spirit. Even the most barbaric of places cannot really remove the eternal truth of what we are. We're warriors, we're fighters, we're lovers, and we are seekers of truth. And this is what we do with really exposing what Rikers is, which is the ramifications of the institution of slavery. That is what Rikers is, and it needs to be said just like that.
It should be remembered as a place where so many people died because nobody cared about them, where so many people killed themselves because they had no support and no guidance. Where people developed more illness and pain than they went in with. People have come home crazy just from going to Rikers Island. I think it should be remembered as a place where there was a lot of pain and a lot of sickness, mental, physical. It's a stain. I don't think it should be a stain on New York, though. I think it should be a stain on the justice system.
How I want Rikers to be remembered is the abilities to have a place where people are having conversation with directly impacted people about their stories and hearing people's stories and hearing the importance of the city, right? The city really acknowledging the harm that was done, right?
So I would want people to remember Rikers Island, the ways in which we had slavery in America. That this place was a horrible place, a horrifying place, where the indignity was embodied by the authorities, the same ways in which the indignity and the were embodied at the time of the founding of this country. It's not the same, but there are similarities.
I think it should be remembered for the belly of the beast, ice cold, dank machine that it was. But I'm also proud of the people that have experienced Rikers Island and spoke up against it and for humanity and for themselves.
Rikers should be remembered for a tear and a smile. For all the wayward programs that passed through there, whatever sadness, of course, let that tear be. But let there also be a smile that it's not going to happen to anyone else.